Welcome to August. Let's go over what we are picking up for August 3rd, 2022. And as always, if you can, please leave a like while the intro plays. It's been a while since we've done a giveaway on this channel. So for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway contest, you can have a chance to win this Geiger issue number 1 in a 9.8. And this is the glow in the dark edition. Such a great series. One of my favorite series in the last few years. If you haven't had a chance to read Geiger, I highly recommend it. So all you have to do to win this Geiger issue number 1 is of course to leave a like, comment, and be subscribed on this channel. And when we reach 2,000K, hopefully sooner than later, I'll have a giveaway for this. Good luck, everybody. Welcome back to Basement Collectibles, and if you're new to the channel, my name is Jordan, and if you like comics, toys, movies, and arcades, please consider subscribing for more great content. Hope you guys were able to pick up what you wanted for last week, and thanks again for everybody that wrote in the comments what they're picking up for either a great spec or for a great story. In this weekly video, we focus more on the first issues, speculation, and of course just to check on each publisher and see what interesting books are coming out with for this week. And always check with your LCS of what they're coming out with weekly, because there always will be some delays on some of these books. So starting off with, from Bliss on Tap, Duel issue number 3, and please let me know in the comments if you guys actually own any of the Duel issues and what do you think of the first 2 issues so far. From Behemoth, Kingdom Come Deliverance issue number 1, and it says it's a prequel story leading up to the events that play out in the video game Kingdom Come Deliverance. From Zenscope, Grim Spotlight Iron Maiden issue number 1, and it says when criminal defense attorney Peyton Parks must defend an obviously guilty client, it unwillingly puts her on the radar on avenge-seeking Iron Maiden. From 10 Ton Press, Becoming Frankenstein issue number 1, and it's the story of Victor Frankenstein who would eventually create a famous monster who made him famous. From AWA Upshot, Sacrament issue number 1, and it says in the year 3000, a disgraced priest is called into action to perform an exorcism on a remote space colony and will encounter the devil. From Aftershock, Vineyard issue number 1, and it says a family-owned winery finds success in sacrificial tributes. From Scout, Eternus issue number 1, and it says after the death of Zeus, his son Hercules must sober up to defend the lone witness of his father's death after bringing them to justice. From IDW, and I think this was supposed to be out last week, Dark Spaces WILDFIRE issue number 1. Transformers Best of the Rarities, and it says rarities include some of the greatest hard to find Transformer stories from the series almost 40 years and over. 1500 issue history. The collection includes never before reprinted material from the US and the UK. From Dark Horse, Frankenstein New World issue number 1, that's 2 Frankenstein books now out this week. A young lady safely tucked away inside the hollow earth where humanity survived after Ragnarok awakens the timeless oracle once known as Frankenstein to investigate the warnings and perhaps even explore the new world above. From Boom Studios, Basilisk issue number 10, and please let me know if you're still enjoying Basilisk. From Dynamite 007 issue number 1, and it says Bond tracks down a shadowy organization. From Image, Dead Lucky issue number 1, and it says a veteran realizes that she has gained powers to control electrical currents, which may come in handy in the city now patrolled by peacekeeping robots and run by big tech. And The Walking Dead Deluxe issue number 44. From DC and Chip Zdarsky, Batman issue 126, and there are 3 great covers coming out for this book, and there's also the swimsuit cover out this week. Sword of Azrael issue number 1, and it's a 6-issue limited series continuing from a story in Batman Urban Legends. Dark Crisis on Infinity Earths issue number 3, and it says there's a first appearance of the Red Canary. Sword of Azrael, Dark Night of the Soul issue number 1, and it's a one-shot of reprinted stories collected from issues 8 to 10 of Batman Urban Legends. The New Champion of Shazam issue number 1. It says Mary Bloomfield has always struggled to determine who she is outside of her family. Kinda hard to do when you're all superheroes. Now after Billy Batson's heroic sacrifice, the power of Shazam has vanished and she's been left powerless. For Marvel, and there were a lot of great books lined up coming out this week, but it looks like they're delayed, so a couple that caught my eye. Spider-Man 2099 issue number 5, and it says there's a first team appearance of the X-Men 2099 new and existing members. And Star Wars Halcyon Legacy issue number 5. For the additional prints out for this week, starting off with from Vault Comics, Fox and the Hare issue number 1 in the second print. From Marvel, Captain America Sentinel of Liberty issue number 1 in the second print. The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 3 in the second print. Thor issue number 26, but this is the 1 in 10 sketch variant in the second print. And Thor issue number 26 in the second print. And there's a facsimile out this week from Marvel, and that's Tales of Suspense issue number 57, and this is the first appearance of Hawkeye. For the Peach Momoka fans, we have Immortal X-Men issue number 25, and this is the 1/25 variant copy. And Demon Wars, the Iron Samurai issue number 1, and there's also a 1 in 100 copy as well. For my cover of the week has to go to, from DC, Harley Quinn issue number 18. This is the variant cover by Ryan Sook. Such an iconic cover. Definitely going to pick this up. Big fan of both Batman and of course Harley Quinn. But please let me know what your cover of the week is going to be for this week. For my Give It a Shot book for this week has to go to, from Image, Golden Rage issue number 1, and it states, older women deemed useless to society are abandoned on an island in their golden years, where they live out their lives making friends, baking desserts, and fighting to death. I'm intrigued, and that's all I need to give it a shot, but please let me know what your Give It a Shot book is going to be for this week. For my pick of the week has to go to, from Marvel, Edge of Spider-Verse issue number 1. It says here there's a first appearance of Spider-Laird, a Scottish Spider-Man, and also a first appearance of Spider-Rex. There are also 7 great covers coming out for this book for this week. There's also a 1 in 10 and a 1 in 25. When there was mention that a third Spider-Verse film titled Beyond the Spider-Verse had said to include 240 characters, this is definitely a book that you might want to spec on and get lucky once this movie comes out. So I always like to go back from last year's New Comic Book Day video, which was August 4th, 2021, just to see what the pick of the week was, and also if there was any great spec that was picked up on that week. And for the pick of the week was The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 3 from DC's Black Label. I'm more spec'd on issue number 1 than any other book at the time. And there was also the Me You Love in the Dark issue number 1 that I remember picking up for spec, and obviously nothing's come spec wise for that book right now. And there was also, I picked up Not All Robots issue number 1. I ended up having that slabbed and got a 9.6. So if anybody wants a $35 Not All Robots issue number 1 and a 9.6, there's an email below and you definitely can message me. So that's my list for August 3rd, 2022. And please let me know what you're picking up for either a great spec or for a great story. And if you found any of this information helpful at all, if you can please leave a like on your way out. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We do this once a week for New Comic Book Day. And I'll see everybody on the next one. Take care.